Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jane if you've not been here before, and for those of you who have, thank you very much for coming along with me. I have an appointment / interview today for to see if I can get this benefit called ESA. So today we're going to discuss a little bit about disability and benefits and things that are available. So the one as I said, I'm going to get today, not going to get today, I'm going to go and see if I actually am eligible for today. It's called ESA, or Employment and Support Allowance. If I keep looking down, I have my pad here because I'm not a guru on this. I don't even get this yet, so I don't, so I'm just going to talk to you a bit what's on the government website. Overview of it is you can apply for ESA if you have a disability or health condition that affects how much you can work. I've been off work pretty much most of this year due to my MS and the chronic foot pain I've been having, and other symptoms that I think have been exacerbated by the heat we've had, by the stress I've been feeling with not being at work, and various bits and pieces that do affect MS. ESA gives you money to help with the living costs if you're unable to work, and support to get back to work if you're able to. And you can apply if you're employed, self-employed or unemployed. So I'm currently employed. I'm part-time employed. My employer are Howden's Joinery, and they are amazing as employers. They really are. And my manager is the most wonderful person there is. Al, I love you. I'm very, very close with Al's wife, Nazy. Check her out on Instagram. I'll put her tag. I'm not very tech savvy, in case you hadn't realised, but I'll put that below so you can find her, because she is a wonderful human being who's all for body confidence, plus size women and everything like that. So yeah, love to you too, Nazy. But yeah, so my boss Al is happy to rearrange my work so that I can keep going, even if that's reducing me down to 5 hours a week, 2 hours a week, 10 hours a week, whatever it needs to be. He would rather have me there than not at all, which is such an amazing feeling to have. So yeah, I can't even say the words. I am indebted to Al and Howden's Joinery for how wonderful they've been with my disability. Back to ESA. So eligibility, you can apply for the new style employment and support allowance, we'll just keep saying ESA, if you're under state pension age and have a disability or health condition that affects how much you can work. You also need to have both worked as an employee or have been self-employed and paid enough national insurance contributions, usually in the last 2 to 3 years. National insurance credits also count. You can go, I suppose you could go and talk to Citizens Advice, and they'll let you know more of the details, or as I've got in front of me, just Google it on the government website. And that, I'll give you more information. You can't apply for this benefit if you already claim job seekers allowance or claim statutory sick pay. My statutory sick pay has ended, which is how I've now got this interview today. It's also worth checking out universal credit. I don't know much about that, but I can't get universal credit because of what my husband earns. and you can apply for ESA if your statutory sick pay is due to end within 3 months, which is what I did, and now it's ended and now I have the interview, and they will backdate to the day from the day my statutory sick pay ended, so that's quite helpful. So what you'll get with ESA, how much you get will depend on what stage your application is at, as well as things like your age and whether you're able to get back to work. If you get new style ESA, you'll earn Class 1 national insurance credits, which can help towards your state pension and some benefits in the future. What might affect how much you get paid? I'm just about to apply this, bit all over the place today. Super Goop Glow Screen. It's SPF 30 for your face. So that's what we'll go on at the minute. So what might affect how much you get paid? Your payments will be affected if you get more than £85 a week from a private pension. If you do, half of the private pension income over £85 will be subtracted from your ESA payments each week. And if your private pension income is high enough, you could get no ESA payments. I'm not at pension age yet, so that's not an issue for me. If you get, I believe there's 2 different types of ESA, which we will get onto, but if you get income-related ESA, you cannot make a new claim for income-related ESA. You'll continue to get payments while you're eligible until your claim ends. Okay, that sounds... And if your household income and savings worth £6,000 or more may affect how much you get. While your claim is being assessed, you'll normally get the assessment rate for 13 weeks while you claim, which will be, if you're under 25, up to £67.20 a week, and if you're over 25, up to £84.80 a week. If it takes longer than 13 weeks to assess your claim, you'll continue to get the assessment rate until you get a decision. Your ESA will be backdated if you're owed any money after 13 weeks. So that's quite good. So you will get money while you're being assessed, or it'll be backdated while you're being assessed. So after you're assessed, you'll be placed into one of 2 groups. If you're entitled to ESA, you'll be able to get back into work in the future. If you're able to get back to work in the future, you'll be put on the work-related activity group. Otherwise, you'll be put into the support group. So you'll get up to £84.80 a week if you're in the work-related activity group, and up to £129.50 a week if you're in the support group. I'm literally just reading off here because I'm learning as I'm going. If you're in the support group and on income-related ESA, you're also entitled to the enhanced disability premium. If you're in the support group and on income, I didn't know you could be on both, but that's something I'll ask today. You'll also qualify for severe disability premium, and that's another thing to click on. How and when you're paid, you'll get ESA paid every 2 weeks. You can also claim things like PIP, universal credit at the same time. As I said, I don't know much about universal credit. I will talk to you a bit about PIP. Working while you claim, that's quite interesting, because I'm hoping I might be able to get back to work. You can usually work while you're claiming ESA if both of the following apply. You work less than 16 hours a week, and you do not earn more than £167 a week. You can do as many hours of voluntary work as you like. How to claim. All right, the how to claim bit, it's if you're going to be looking at claiming either through the Citizens Advice Bureau or online, all those details are going to be there anyway for you. So it's things like your national insurance number, your bank details, doctor's details, and things like that. So yeah, so that is the ESA. As I said, I've got an interview today, which am I nervous? Well, yes, because you don't know if you're going to get it or not, do you? And it's something that's going to be very, very helpful for you. But also I claim PIP, PIP, Personal Independence Payment, which can help with extra living costs if you have a long-term physical or mental health condition or disability, difficulty doing certain everyday tasks or getting around because of your condition. And you can get PIP even if you're working, have savings, or are getting most other benefits. So PIP is one of the benefits that you can get kind of no matter what your situation, no matter if you were earning 100,000 a year or 10,000 a year. PIP is the one I was told to get first. I was late to the bandwagon. I'd been diagnosed with MS probably over 20 years before I'd even heard of PIP. So it was one of the people in my MS group who actually discussed it with me. So it is definitely worth talking to people or going on the government website or go to Citizens Advice, because there are things there. They're there specifically to help you if you've got disabilities, things like that. They are there literally to help you. So there are two parts to PIP: a daily living part if you need help with everyday tasks. That's things like getting ready in the morning, going to the bathroom, going to the toilet, that sort of thing, making breakfast, anything around the house, even just cleaning. If you have problems with any of those things or need help, that's what PIP's for, and that's what that part's for. And the other is the mobility part, if you need help actually getting around, if you can only walk a certain distance unaided, if at all, things like that. And whether you get one or both parts depends on how much you get and how difficult you find everyday tasks and getting around. The daily living part, so you might get the daily living part if you need help with eating, drinking or preparing food, washing, bathing, using the toilet, dressing and undressing, reading and communicating, managing your medicines or treatments, making decisions about money, socialising and being around people. The mobility part is working out a route and following it, physically moving around and leaving your home. How the difficulty with tasks is assessed is whether you can do it safely, how long it takes you, how often your condition affects your ability, and whether you need help to do it from a person or using extra equipment. So help with PIP, understanding and applying, because they give you quite a big booklet that you have to fill in. So either have someone else to fill it in for you as you're talking. That's probably the easiest way. That's what I had. Eligibility, you're 16 or over, you have a long-term physical or mental health condition or disability, you have difficulty doing certain everyday tasks or getting around, you expect the difficulties to last at least 12 months from when they started. You must also be under state pension age if you've not received PIP before. If you get other benefits, you can get PIP at the same time as all other benefits except Armed Forces Independence payments. If you get constant attendance allowance, you'll get the daily living part of PIP, and if you get War Pensioners Mobility Supplement, you will not get the mobility part of PIP. And sorry, the first one I said, if you get constant attendance allowance, you'll get less of the daily living part of PIP. And if you've recently returned from living abroad and you want to apply, you need to have lived in England, Scotland or Wales for at least 2 of the last 3 years. So there you go. all of this, I'm probably just boring you now, but all of this you can get find on the government website. It's definitely worth having a look and seeing what you can get, because you will be entitled to help. Because if you have MS or another chronic illness, you are entitled to get some help. Because whether it's help doing things, whether it's help with the cost of living because you're unable to work as much or at all, it's really worth checking it out. As Tesco's like to say, every little helps. Yeah, so that is my experience so far with benefits that I get or can get. So yeah, I'm off to do my ESA assessment in a bit, hence why I thought I'd make the effort, and I don't quite know why. It's for me, not for them. Just gives me a little boost of confidence. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please give me the thumbs up, please subscribe, share the video to anyone that you think it might benefit or might just feel like watching it. And I will let you know the outcome next time. Thank you. Bye. Just a quick catch up. So I've had my interview. I think it went well. I'll find out apparently in about the next 7 days. You have to fill in, or they ask you various questions. So he was asking me about my I suppose my symptoms, whether it affects my dexterity, balance, vision, hearing, speech, things like that. And then they do a little bit about, I suppose, trying to get you back to work, but obviously that was kind of null and void in my instance because I am currently employed. So getting me back to work would be just when I'm ready to go back to my job, but on reduced hours. So you're allowed to work a maximum of 16 hours as long as it's no more than £167 a week. So depending on your hourly wage would depend how much you can work. At the minute, he's saying until they do the review on me, I will be getting 169.60 fortnightly. So that's 367.46 a calendar month. Even if I go back to work, as long as I'm underneath those thresholds, I will still be able to get that amount. So I will find out if I'm getting any more in the next week or two, I suppose. But no, it went well. It was... he was very nice, the man I saw. And then they just give you some paperwork, which I'll have to put my glasses on to talk to you about, which is just going on about your commitment to them for this. Which is, my commitments are a record of actions I have to carry out to get new style employment, ESA. They are based on my current circumstances and what I have discussed with my work coach. Accepting my commitments is a condition of entitlement. So if I do not complete an agreed actions without a good reason, payments may be reduced or cancelled. The actions are basically that I will be, on my commitment, that I will let them know if things change, whether that be work related or health related. Yes, because one day they will find a cure for MS. So yeah, apart from that, it went really well. I basically, the letter that they came, which is my claimant commitment, I agreed my claimant commitment. I've sent a copy of my claimant commitment home, and I've got a copy here that I signed, and that I've had my interview with my work coach. So there we go. So we'll see what happens, and I will keep you informed.